ChatGPT's bedside manner is better than mine ever was. As a young, idealistic medical student in the 2000s, I thought my future job as a doctor would always be shaped from artificial intelligence. At the time, it was already clear that machines would eventually outperform humans at the technical side of medicine. Whenever I searched Google with a list of symptoms from a rare disease, for example, the same abstruse answer that I was struggling to memorize for exams reliably and appeared within the first few results. But I was certain that the other side of practicing medicine, the human side, would keep my job safe. This side requires compassion, empathy, and clear communication between doctor and patient. As long as patients were still composed of flesh and blood, I figured that doctors would need to be too. The one thing I would always have over AI was my bedside manner. When ChatGPT and other large language models appeared, however, I saw my job security go out of the window. These new tools excel at medicine's technical side. I've seen them diagnose complex diseases and offer elegant, evidence-based treatment plan. But they are also great at bedside communication, crafting language that convince the listeners that a real caring person exists behind the words. In one study, ChatGPT's answers to patient questions were rated as more empathetic and also of higher quality than those written by actual doctors. You might find it disturbing that AI can have a better bedside manner than humans, but the reason it can is that in medicine, as in many other areas of life, being compassionate and considerate involves, to a surprising degree, following a prepared script. I began to understand this in my third year of medical school when I participated in a teaching session on how to break bad news to patients. Our teacher role-played a patient who had come to receive the results of a breast biopsy. We medical students took turns telling the patient that the biopsy showed cancer. Before that session, I thought that breaking such news was the most daunting aspect of patient care and the epitome of medicine's human side. Delivering bad news means turning a pathologist's technical description of flesh under the microscope into an everyday conversation with the person whose flesh it is. I presumed that all it required of me was to be a human and to act like it. But the process turned out to be much more technical than I had expected. The teacher gave us a list of do's and don'ts. Don't clubber the patient over the head with the news right when you walk in the room, but do get to the point relatively quickly when delivering the diagnosis. Don't hide behind medical terms like adenocarcinoma or malignancy. Say cancer. Once the news is delivered, pause for a moment to give the patient a chance to absorb it. Don't say phrases like "I'm sorry," since the diagnosis isn't your fault. Consider using an "I wish" line, as in, "I wish I had better news." Ask what the patient knows about the cancer and provide the information, since many people know little other than that it is bad.